Okay. So how are you doing?
I'm doing well. It's been a cool morning so far.
Yeah. Um, all right, so we'll just get started. Would you please just give me a summary of like who you are and the events that led to your imprisonment?
My name is Eric Anderson. I'm 33 years old. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. In 2010, I was a victim of a crime. I got shot.
So
Also,
sorry
the
to hear
same, yeah. I mean, it wasn't life threatening. I got shot in the foot, but
that. Okay.
it was still traumatic. It
Yeah.
could have been way worse.
Yeah.
Um, However, this happened downtown Detroit. The same night, around the same time, somebody had got robbed and pistol whipped on the west side of Detroit, like approximately 10 miles away from where I was at. Um, the thing that bonded me and this individual was the fact that we knew of each other, and also, you know, as a victim, he was like, dang, it's kind of ironic that, something happened to me the same night something happened to you. So
Yeah.
he formulated an idea in his mind that I'm the person that actually did it to him, and that upon leaving the scene, I shot myself in my foot. So that was the whole theory throughout my whole
Okay.
incarceration.
Okay. When did you get released? What year?
2019.
2019. Okay, so that was 9 years in prison.
Yeah.
Um, how did you feel when you were accused of this crime? Like, what was the first thought in your mind that you were thinking?
The first thought in my mind was, how could this be?
Yeah,
The second thought in my mind was, well, it'll be all over with soon.
yeah. Were
I
you
got shot in place on camera, so like I was
okay?
very confident of our legal system at the time.
Okay, so were there any issues throughout the process? Like, was it easier? Was it as easy as you thought it would be to prove your innocence, or were there any
It
challenges?
it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Because first of all, I never thought I'd be sitting in that cage for 9 years.
Yeah,
You know, um, as an innocent man, I
yeah,
told you I had got a shot somewhere else on camera in a public place.
yeah,
So like, what alibi? What more did I need
yeah,
to prove
yeah,
my innocence? You know what I'm saying? So
exactly. Yeah,
I didn't think I was going to do a day in prison. I didn't think I
yeah.
was going to do this trial. I had a jury trial. I put the jury on my peers,
Hmm.
and I was still failed. With everything I'm telling you I had in my favor, I was still failed. Um, I don't know, was it because it was a victim sitting in there that had been hurt,
Yeah,
and I was saying that I did it, and the jury just sympathized more with him, but they totally disregard the fact that I was an innocent
yeah,
bystander myself. I was a victim myself. So not
exactly.
only did I get victimized that night in April 2010, I got victimized again by a jury of my peers
Hmm.
in November of 2010.
Yeah,
So it was a very traumatic experience going through it all.
yeah. How did you stay hopeful through it all? What was like your thought process?
The thought process was that, I'm gonna get out one of these days.
Hmm.
Uh, I got sentenced to. I'm one of the fortunate ones. I didn't have to, live my life every day with a life sentence,
Yeah,
as opposed to, many countless others in my organization. You know, uh, for the most part, had natural life in prison. That's what they were sentenced to. I was sentenced to 15 to 22 years. I mean, that's a long time in itself, but you
yeah,
know, uh, through my journey, I just stay optimistic. Like, ain't no way I'm gonna do 15 years. I did
yeah.
9 of them though, so that's kind of like way over my expectation. Once I got there, I'm like, all right, this is gonna be like a 3 to 5 year process to get me out.
Hmm.
However, it took 9. So
Yeah. Um, and then what was it like when you got out? What did you do first? What was it? Just talk me through that.
um the process of me getting out, well, I had great lawyers with the University of Michigan Innocence
Yeah.
Clinic. Um, so they brought the truth to light.
Mm-hmm.
In collaboration with the Wayne County Conviction Integrity Unit that thoroughly reviewed my case to take back the conviction which they gave me. Um, that day I got out, I found out that same morning I was getting out.
Wow. So like no
I,
notice really at all.
yeah, I mean it varies. It varies.
Okay.
But I had no notice at all.
Yeah.
I found out that morning that I was getting out, and I was very happy.
Yeah.
Um, the first thing I did, I went to my grandmother's house, spent time with my family, and they bought me Qdoba.
Mm.
It was so good.
Yeah. That's nice. Did you see any friends or so you saw family? Did you
Yeah,
have
I
any
seen.
friends
Well,
you saw
yeah,
when you got yeah, that's nice. Did your family ever visit you? Like, did you have a lot of visitors in prison?
yeah, I have visitors. Yeah.
Okay. Um, so did you pick up a hobby when you came out of prison? Anything
I'm
new?
not gonna say I picked up a hobby. I feel like I had a lot of compassion in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
And once I got out, I've been naturally inclined to help others.
Mm-hmm.
Help others that's going through the system wrongfully convicted.
Yeah.
Also, just help others in my community, you
Yeah.
know, from the city of Detroit or surrounding areas that's going through troubles.
Yeah.
I've been blessed to have regained my freedom. I've been blessed to being able to talk to powerful individuals. I've been blessed to have this conversation with you
Yeah.
on a platform which you have. So I think it's important for me to have when I have these opportunities for me to give back in a way that I might not have had
Yeah.
growing up or when I was going through problems, you know, before prison or whatever.
Yeah. That's great. Um, what were the preparations you had like to leave prison, and then what was the preparation once you got out?
Um, Preparation to leave prison. I mean, I stayed my whole time in prison. So when you go to prison wrongfully convicted, I think it's different. Like it's a different mindset because already I'm not supposed to be here.
Mm-hmm.
So what am I gonna do with my time knowing that I'm not supposed to be here and knowing that if I get sucked into this system in which we call prison, I
Mm-hmm.
could be trapped here. So what I
Yeah.
did was I made sure I read a lot of books. I worked out. I talked to people that were positive, and I just learned as much as I could at the time. So my that was my preparation. No, unknowingly, it really was my survival mechanism. Because like I'm gonna live my life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go about my day to day here. So that's what I chose to do. I chose to read and stay positive and that kind of thing. And once I was released, I was able to still keep up that positive mindset.
Yeah. Did you have any, did you make form any relationships while you were in prison? Maybe like any mentors or anything that um just changed your mindset on anything, just how you felt?
Yeah, you meet a lot of people that's very influential. Um,
Mhm.
while you was in there, really because of experience, basically,
Mhm.
or just different mindsets. I'm pretty sure that since you've been part of Back America, that you'd have met some mentors or some
Yeah,
people that was influential in your life that
yeah, for sure.
and it might be a small aspect, your life might be a very large, but they
Hmm.
helped in a way in which you could capitalize on.
Yeah. Um, and then when you got out of prison, did you have anything with you? Any items or belongings? Did they give you anything? Any guidance? What was that like?
Oh no, they didn't give us anything. Um, they gave us an ID, like a ID, but other than that, they didn't give us anything. And what I bring with, I just brought back all my pictures that I accumulated, letters and uh, that kind of thing.
Yeah, so
All my, all my personal stuff.
yeah, so Bake Back America myself, that's one of our biggest things is we want to help get people like you back on their feet because from what I understand, most people have no resources or anything. And like you said, you had very little notice when you were released. So, um, what was the most needed thing you felt like you needed once you got out?
Um, hmm, maybe a car, but other than that, I'm gonna say for me, I had my family still, you know.
Yeah.
So a lot of people they lose. Like I lost a lot of family members when I was there, but I still had my family
Yeah.
support, you know. So
Yeah.
if I needed it, I really didn't know I needed it because it might have been there already,
Mm-hmm.
you know. As opposed to other guys might have been in there and lost a mother, might have lost their father, you know what I'm saying, a
Yeah.
grandmother, brother, sister, auntie, you know, somebody that was very, very um impactful for their survival.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't I didn't lose nobody that was impactful for my survival.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I lost very close loved ones, but
Yeah.
they didn't impact, my well being once I got out. I think I could say that. I think that's the right thing to say.
Yeah. So when you are there any challenges when you got out about finding employment or anything like that? What are you doing
Yes.
now?
Yes. So so when I got out, I tried to get I tried employment. I was denied. I applied for two places. I applied for Amazon and I applied for General Motors.
Okay.
Amazon didn't accept me. Um, General Motors did end up accepting me, and I think that was a better choice anyway.
Okay.
Part of the reason why they didn't accept me, well, the main reason why they didn't accept me because when I got out, I still had a felony conviction on my record. They
Oh,
had they hadn't yet took it off, so it was still like I was in there, but I was in their face at the same time, you know,
yeah. So when
because
did it get taken off um the record or
it got took off the record um about 9 months afterwards.
wow.
So yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
a long process, but that's not for everyone. Like it's still guys
Yeah, I was gonna
that's
ask
out right
is
now.
that I was gonna
You
ask, is that like the normal time? Like how does that work?
know, because I think it's a guy. He been out 2 years now. He still has it on his record. You know, so it's kind of like varies on like the process procedures of the court.
Yeah.
And also, when I got out, I was one of the first ones that got
Mm-hmm.
out of Wayne County that got exonerated. I was probably like the sixth or the seventh guy. Not think they're like on 38 or something like that. So like it's a whole lot of people and that's interfering with this regular court procedures.
Yeah. So you're working at the motor vehicles, and do you feel like like you're happy there? Is that
So no and no.
okay?
I'm not working there no
Oh,
more.
okay.
I was working there. So a problem with that was that I did get into General Motors. It was it was cool. It was sweet in hindsight. At the time, I hated it.
Okay.
That was the first job my whole life.
Wow.
So I didn't, and I had just got out of prison. I probably out of prison for 4 months. I got out April. I was in there. Um, no, I got out April, and I got in there in July. Yeah, I got in there in July. But it reminded me of prison so much.
Wow.
But
In what
I
ways?
ended up in just the worker, just the worker and the supervisor relationship. The fact the supervisor had walkie talkies
Hmm.
and keys and telling you what to do, and it
Coffee.
just seems so much like a correctional officer.
Okay. Wow.
But I end up, so I got used to it. I only worked there for 45 days though. I
Okay.
had got what they going through now with the labor strike and all that
Hmm.
looming. So that's what they went through when I was in there, and I ended up getting laid off. Everybody got laid off. So once I got laid off, like I was distraught. I mean, I knew it's something that they really couldn't control. Like it wasn't nothing
Yeah.
personal to anybody in the plant. But for me, it was like, dang, like I really tried to get a job
Hmm.
and it didn't work out for me.
Yeah. Do you think that if you had had more um advising or support once you got out of prison, because you said that was your first job, do you think that with more um advice on maybe like how to find a job or any any sort of support would have helped you maybe find more jobs or help you in the process better?
I don't think so. And the reason why, because I looked for other things, but it's like everything that was paying kind of all right, like required some type of education.
Hmm.
So that was the other barrier. Like when I got when I went to prison, I was in college. Like I was 2 weeks away from finishing up my
Oh,
freshman year.
okay.
So it was like everything, all the jobs out here is like you gotta have some kind of education where they're not just gonna pay anything.
Hmm.
So
Where were you at college?
I was going to community college to transfer. I was 2 weeks away from transferring to having all my credits to transfer to Michigan State.
Okay.
That was my plan.
What were you studying?
I was studying computer information systems.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Seems complicated.
Not really. If you can get on Zoom, you can do that.
Maybe. Um, okay. And so how has your experience been with Melissa? You've spoken to her and like Big Back America. What do you think about all of that?
Melissa's great. Back Back America great. The fact that it's people out here that can help and can help us, you know, or alleviate some of the problems that we may have as an organization. You
Mhm.
know, like you said, it's like I said, like it's people like that might not be as fortunate as I was
Yeah.
coming right out of prison. So like what you guys doing is amazing, and just out the kindness of your hearts. You know,
Yeah.
even when you gotta coordinate some stuff, that's a hard job. Just coordinating, making sure people doing what they doing or need to do to, put a smile on somebody else's face. So I thank y'all for all the hard work y'all doing. Thank Melissa as well.
Yeah, thank you too for talking. I know it's like it's a lot and I really appreciate it. And it's really we want to help. I'm really passionate about this and I love learning more and hearing about experiences like yours. Um I actually at my high school 2 years ago, I think, a man named Anthony Ray Hinton came to speak at our school. I don't know if you're familiar with him. But he was also wrongfully convicted for like at 20, he was in prison for 20 years. They made like a movie about he was one of the characters in it. And that really spurred my passion for this. And it's just really, I really appreciate you talking to me. I really do. So thank you so much. And for people who want to help, what would you say to them? What do you want to tell people that want to get involved or hear more, learn more?
Well, for people that want to help more, I would say, just extend your hand and just talk to us and let us know how you can help. And I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure that we'll figure out a way, collectively, how you can help and how we can help whatever, kind of organization or interest that they have.
Mhm.
Um, that's how people can help. I'm not gonna say just one specific thing that somebody can do to help because
Yeah.
like issues are issues.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like we go through a wide range of things. So I won't be
Yeah.
specific.
Yeah.
Um, and then what was the other question? How could they help and what was it?
Oh, for people who want to be educated or learn more.
Oh, so if you want to be educated, like I said, you can contact us. Like we have Facebook pages.
Okay.
We have an organization of Resigneries Facebook page. Just reach out on there. You'll see not all of our work that we have done, but we try to keep it as recent as possible.
Hmm.
Like everything we got going on. So that's the way to stay educated, in what we doing and why we do it.
Okay. Great. Um, well, that's about all the questions I have. Is there anything else you want to share or talk about?
No. Well, my question for you is, you said what's the guy's name? Anthony
Anthony Ray Hinton.
Ray Hinton.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ray's middle name.
Yeah.
Okay, and where is he from?
Um, not actually sure. Um, search it up. Um, he's from Alabama. So he, um, yeah, so he was on death row and he was in prison for 20 years, I think. And I'm pretty sure he wrote a book about
Okay,
his experience, but it's really powerful and inspiring.
okay,
Um,
I'm gonna look it up. I'm
yeah,
gonna look him up.
there's also a movie called Just Mercy, and it's based. He's one of like the characters, and then there's it's based on a lawyer from the Innocence Project. So um, he's a real person. It's all based on a true story of all wrongfully convicted um, prisoners, and it's really interesting.
Okay. My next question is, how long has you been with Bake Back America?
This is actually my first year, so
Okay.
I never really knew how to get this started, how to get involved with this kind of stuff, and I'd heard about it towards the end of my so I'm going to be a senior in high school. I heard about Big Back America towards the end of my junior year, and they didn't have anything like this. So I I found Melissa, I told her what I'm interested in, and we sort of came together and formed this program, Everyday Justice. And it's allowed me to like find so many other students and people who are also passionate about this. And I think we've really built a team and have met you guys, which I'm so thankful for. And it's been a great experience. So it's new to me, but yeah, that's how I got started, really.
Thank you.
Of
I'm
course.
thankful for you. I'm thankful for you that you sparked something in Melissa.
Thank you. Thankful for all of you guys. I appreciate you talking to me again. And hopefully we'll connect again soon. And
Okay.
I think we're gonna do at the end of all the interviews, we're gonna write an article and a documentary, and I'm planning some fundraising to get some clothes and things to exonerees with the group of students and adults that want to help. So,
Okay. It sounds good to me. Well, I thank you. All right.
yes, thank you so much.
And you have a good rest of your day.
You too. Have a good day.
All right. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.